Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather, and in today's video, I just want to do a get ready with me, play with some makeup, kind of see where the look takes me. I actually filmed a video yesterday using the Blueprint collection from Milk Cosmetics. I have a mirror right here off to the side that you guys obviously can't see. In that video, I was constantly leaning over, looking in the mirror, and it just wasn't working. When I went back to watch my footage, it looked horrible. I felt like you guys were kind of just looking at the side of my head the whole time. You could barely see what I was doing, so I felt that it was necessary to re-record everything today. And I'm gonna throw in a few things in this video that I didn't have yesterday. I actually did a little bit of a shopping spree, if that's what you wanna call it, over at Ulta today. I picked up a couple of new things that I didn't have yesterday that I wanted to try in my video today. I am gonna do the same look that I did yesterday, so it'll be good. It'll be fun, it'll be fine. You know, these things happen, so here I am. Gonna just re-record it. It'll be fine. Also too, I did get a new mirror, speaking of the mirror, so now I will be front and center. I will have the mirror in front of me and you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So this collection is very unique. I don't think I've ever had a collection quite like this with the colors of blues and mints. I don't normally use a lot of those colors. Last week when I filmed, I did do a full face of e.l.f. and I did use the Mint Melt collection. I think that this palette is really beautiful. It's very unique. This is the palette right here. The colors are just really pretty. Now you are going to notice that of course I have dipped into it. Like I said, it's because I used it yesterday and I did use it previous to yesterday as well. I've posted like 2 looks on my Instagram so far, which by the way, please feel free to follow me on Instagram. I have a lot of my makeup artistry looks on there. I do really enjoy editing my photos. It's just a lot of fun, so I would really appreciate it if you guys would go follow me on Instagram. So the new and improved Blueprint collection is now in a really beautiful eyeshadow palette. This is so pretty to me. I just love how this looks. I feel like Milk Cosmetics really hits the nail on the head with all of their imagery and their packaging. Just really stunning visual concepts. I do really enjoy their product packaging that they have. I haven't personally used a lot of their products. I think I've had like a lipstick when they first came out and I really loved that lipstick, but this is like my first time really purchasing like their palettes, their gel liners. The only other item that I have that I'll use today, sorry, it's a little crusty, but I do have their Digital Dust Duo Blush. The shade that I have is Buzzkill and I've really been enjoying using this. This is so pretty. It's just a really beautiful color. I'll be using that today as well. Okay, so moving on, we do have 2 gel liners. One is Steel and it's a Reflect gel liner. I think it's beautiful. It's just so stunning. Oh, so pretty. I did read a really cool way to use this is when you apply it to the eyelid, you can use it as a base, a gel like winged liner. You can pretty much use it however you want, but when you use it by itself, if you press it into the eyelid, you will get like a real beautiful like sparkle to it. It almost brings out the glitter in the product. Looks really pretty and I have tried that. I did it yesterday in my video and I'm gonna do it again today because I'm gonna use it as like my actual base. And then this one is Slate. This is the Ultra Matte Gel Liner. Just like a flat matte color, like a navy with a little bit of a gray undertone in it. It's actually really pretty and the formulas are very creamy. I do really enjoy using these, so we're gonna use this one as well. I'm gonna try to utilize as much as I can. All right, so let's get into the video. So I do have a couple other products that I'm gonna be using today, like I had mentioned, that are newer. I am going to actually start with my eyes today just because the colors in the palette are a little bit deeper. I'm gonna go ahead and I didn't get a new eye base or anything, but I'm just gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape on my eyelid. Okay, here comes the new mirror. Yay. Have any of you guys guys purchased this particular collection. I went on their website. I think it was like a day after they had launched it, or maybe it was the day of, I can't really remember. But I noticed that they had the entire collection on sale for like $75, and I was like, yes, please put it in my cart. It was like such a good deal compared to purchasing all the products separately. What brush do I want to use? I'm gonna start on the lower lid with the steel gel liner. I want to be bold and I'm just gonna go for it. So basically I'm just gonna get, you don't need very much. I'm just putting a little bit on my brush, and I like to dip it into my cap and then just go straight onto the eyelid. I'm trying to keep it lower because I don't want this to be like a full smoky eye. So the look that I'm doing today, I actually got inspiration from Laura is her name. She's one of the owners of Melt. I forgot her last name. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I can link her Instagram for you guys if you would like in the description box. But she did this really, or actually what I'll do is I'll put a little picture here or over here somewhere of her look that I'm gonna try to achieve today. It was so beautiful on her. Especially like with her like split hair color, it looked super rad. So the color I'm gonna go ahead and start with down at the bottom is Dim Out. Oh, you know what? I have clips. Super cute. So in her look, it looked like she had a darker outer lid, and then she just basically took skylight and just blew it out all over the lid. Like, it just looked so beautiful. Now I'm gonna take skylight. I'm gonna go on top of what I've done. Yeah, I'm gonna take this up pretty high. I'm just gonna clean up some of this like little teeny tiny fallout. I usually just use a Q-tip, and I have the cap of my eye makeup remover. So now I'm gonna dip into Slate, which is the Ultra Matte liner, and this one I'm gonna put in my waterline. I used to do this all the time with that MAC Fluid Line gel liner. That was bomb. That stuff was so good. I haven't purchased that in a really long time. I'm sure the formula's changed though, unfortunately. Now, in her image, she literally has this whole eye area is just completely covered with like a darker shade, like the whole waterline. Her eyes might be able to handle that. My eyes do get sensitive from time to time, so let's hope and pray for the best. So now I'm gonna take my JH43, I'm gonna dip into that Dim Out again, and I'm just gonna pack that right on top of that gel liner. So she has hers really blown out on the bottom. I'm not like a huge fan of going super far down underneath my eye with like a smoked lower lash line. I don't think it looks very good on me. Where on other people it looks really beautiful and really stunning. Not on me. So I was thinking the other day that I don't think I've mentioned to you guys that I have 2 bunnies. I was wondering if I should maybe do like a cute little series of like a day in the life of my bunnies, or like how I take care of them, the food that I feed them, my interacting with them. I'm not 100% sure. You guys are welcome to give me your opinion down in the comments. I'd like to know if you wanted to kind of see my little ones. They're like my little babies. Their names are Luna and Jupiter. I can maybe insert pictures so you can at least get a sneak peek. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this brush here. This is a MAC 221. I'm just gonna real lightly just kind of diffuse this. I'm gonna try not to go too low. So I'm gonna take that brush that I kind of blended with, and I'm gonna go just to diffuse it a little more. So I'm gonna take Skylight, and I'm gonna just go along the bottom here. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take Slate again, and I'm gonna just do kind of like a thicker tight line at the top. So I really didn't go all the way over. I didn't really feel like I needed to because of that dark shade on the outer corner already. I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara on the bottom. So I didn't actually dip at all into the neutral side of the palette. I really just wanted to play with the blues today. I'm gonna do a little mascara on the top. This is my favorite mascara, the Lashtopia by Bare Minerals. I love this stuff. I'm just gonna use my favorite lashes today, the Ardell Wispies. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I filmed another video earlier today again, and it was a completely different look. It was this really beautiful red, fiery look, and I didn't like it, unfortunately. And the makeup didn't feel like it was me. As much as I love artistry, I still like to do something that reflects who I am as a person and how I enjoy doing my own makeup. So it's really important to me. So with that said, I had on this crazy wing liner, all these colors that were like in the red bronze family. I put on these thick lashes. I was just super uncomfortable. My eyes were watering. They were leaking on the sides. It just wasn't good. It was not good. Kind of comical. But I was a trooper. I filmed it all the way to the end just to decide that I just didn't really like it. So one of the new products that I purchased today, it's by Too Faced, and it's the Plump and Prime Luxury Face Plumping Primer Serum. Wow, that's a mouthful. I kept the box because I just wanted to kind of read it to you. It just says that it primes, visibly fill, and volumize to look more lifted and feel firmer with this one-step miracle worker. So it claims that in 3 days, basically, your jawline will look more lifted. Yes, please. I will take that. Listen, guys. Today has been quite a day as well as the week. Cheers. I told you this was coming one of these days. So here's the primer. It's a really nice like texture. Ooh, it has a very lovely fresh fragrance. I do like that. I didn't use moisturizer today. Shame on me, I know. But after taking off the look I did earlier, which really wasn't that long ago, my face is like not super happy. So that this is hydrating is gonna be nice. Ooh, it feels so nice. I'm actually, okay, because again, like I've said, today's been quite a day. I have just a little bit of purple under my eye area. This is the Secret Concealer for Under Eyes. It's the shade 1 and it's by Laura Mercier. I stinking love Laura Mercier products. Give me that tinted moisturizer, please. That stuff is so beautiful, especially when you have days that you don't want to wear a lot of makeup. You'll notice I'm using a really small brush just to really get into the little nooks and crannies. So the foundation that I'm going to use today, it's the new Morphe foundation. I was at Ulta today, like I had mentioned earlier, and the Ulta that I go to is the Ulta that I used to work at. So I still have a lot of friends that work there. You guys know who you are. Made me spend all my money today. One of my friends suggested the new Morphe foundation, and it was really cool because the foundation also, like the promotion was that you got the free foundation brush to go with it, so I am going to use that today. This particular foundation, it's called the Filter Effect. It's soft focus foundation and it's medium to full coverage. I got the shade medium 9. I used this earlier today and it is a little dark for me, but it actually works really well on the camera. So we're gonna take that brush. I have a little tin here that I'm gonna work off of. So I actually didn't get to use the brush earlier today. I don't know why I didn't think about it. I used like my e.l.f. sponge that I've actually really been loving. I've never had a brush like this before. For a long time, I was really into just using like sponges. That Too Faced primer is really nice to put this on top of. It feels really nice. This is one pump so far, guys. I haven't done another pump. I'm probably gonna have to do like a little tiny, like maybe half pump for my forehead. I'm not going to do concealer today because I used that Secret Concealer under my eyes from Laura Mercier. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty. This is the shade Pound Cake. I'm going to use a Bobbi Brown brush, something a little bit smaller so I can get nicely under the eye area without disturbing the eyeshadow. It's the sheer powder brush. I finally washed my brushes yesterday. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I really love the way that the Huda Beauty products smell. So I am using the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I use shade 2, which is, I believe, is medium. And the brush that I'm using is a Bobbi Brown brush. It's the Face Blender. I like to do it just real close to my hairline, just to kind of, I mean, I don't have a huge forehead, but I don't have a tiny forehead, so just like to warm up the face, basically. I don't have a rhyme or reason, I just kind of go for it. Like when I have my hair up in a bun, sometimes I'll even bronze behind like my ears, like I go all the way, just because I like everything to like marry together. I don't like to have any harsh lines. I'm gonna use this Morphe brush, it's an M500. I like this brush a lot, I think it's unique. So like I mentioned before, this is the Melt Cosmetics blush. This is the Digital Dust Duo blush in Buzzkill. This is one of my favorite blushes, actually. I like to pack it on. I know my cheeks can hold a lot of color. As far as a highlighter, I actually have 2 highlighters. I have the Anastasia Iced Out highlighter that I just got recently, and it's so pretty. You can see the embossment. It's white, but it has like a gold to it. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm going to just show it to you on my hand. Beautiful. I also got this recently in the mail. It's Give Me Glow Cosmetics, my favorite, of course. This highlighter is like, oh my gosh, who says that? Is Teresa Is Dead. I love watching her channel, and I recommend going over to her and subscribing to her because she is so funny. She's like a New Yorker and she just cracks me up. But I feel like this would be perfect for what she calls an alien slut highlighter. Oh my god, this is so funny to think that, but it's beautiful. Just look at that. Oh my god, that is a highlighter. I think I'm gonna go with that one today. As much as I want to use the Anastasia one, I think today is a, in the words of Teresa Is Dead, an alien slut highlighter day. I like to put highlighter on my forehead because my skin is so dry. It like really helps to make it look a little more not dry. But this highlighter is so intense. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna do my brows. The brow product that I'm gonna use today is the Brow Freeze Brow Styling Wax from Anastasia. I've been using this for about the last week and a half. I want to say I got it maybe I've been using it for 2 weeks, so you can see that I've already kind of dipped into it a little bit. I love this stuff. I usually do it as my first step. No primer, nothing. Like I'll just do this and then I'll go in and I'll carve out my brows and so on and so forth. But the last time I used it when I already had something on my skin, I feel like it sort of made like a weird milky like residue. I don't even know how to explain it, but I tried not to put like too much product on my brow. Oh, I can't say it's Thirsty Thursday because it's not Thursday. It's Wednesday, so it's Thirsty Wednesday. I'm going to use my Anastasia Ash Brown Brow Powder Duo. I like to underline my brows first on both sides, just to make sure I get them pretty even before I go and like start filling them in. I think I can agree with a lot of other influencers out there that brows are not my favorite. They're not my favorite thing to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean up my brows just a little bit. So I like to use, and I don't think I've mentioned this in my other videos, please forgive me, but the product that I'm gonna show you, it's really dirty. But I like to use the Benefit Boing Industrial Strength Concealer. I use shade 1. I do really enjoy using this. So I don't use too much of it. I just like to lightly clean it up. Gosh, this eye look is so pretty when the light hits it. The next product I'm going to show you I also got today as well. This is the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Bow and Arrow. I used to use this all the time, especially when it first came out. I thought it was the most beautiful color of a liquid lipstick ever. I like it a lot because it is just like a cool toned nude color, and I don't like to do my lips like a super light nude. My jam when I worked at MAC was Myth lipstick and see-through lip gloss. I loved those together. As I've gotten older, I enjoy a little bit darker of a nude. This was one of my favorite liquid lipsticks. I think at one point I had almost owned all of them. It's really lightweight and it's super liquidy, but it doesn't feather, and it dries down, and you don't, sometimes I forgot that I had this on. I remember specifically that I would put it on and I would forget about it, and I love it so much. My final thoughts on everything: I loved the eyeshadow palette. I loved the gel liners. I'm interested in seeing what other colors that they have in the gel liners. I'd love to purchase those and try them, especially if they have a black. I'd really like to get a black one. This was pretty good. It feels nice. It's set in a little bit already. It doesn't feel like I have makeup on my face like it did when I first applied it, and even earlier today when I had it on. This stuff feels amazing. It smells amazing. My skin feels really nice and hydrated, so I do recommend picking up the Too Faced Plump and Prime Primer. Very nice. I'm normally not a huge primer fan, but this one feels really nice. The highlighters, I love. Of course, I love highlighters. Well, of course, I absolutely love the blush. That was pretty much everything. I mean, we were really focusing on the eyeshadow palette today and the eye look. I really love it. I think it looks really good, so I'm very happy with the end result. Today, I felt so much more confident doing this makeup look compared to my video yesterday. I do really hope that you enjoyed yourselves. Thank you again for joining me. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell if you'd like to see more of this face right here. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you guys are having an amazing day today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Oh my God, you scared the shit out of me. Sorry. It's okay.
I was like, oh, I hope she's not filming.
I am. It's okay. That's a wrap.